the new Midnight Express label, what were Jim Cornette's thoughts on Bart and Bob as a tag team?
Oh, Bart Gunn and Bob Holly. Well, no, both of them, especially Bob Holly, was a great worker. I've had Bob, once again, Bob was in Smoky Mountain Wrestling for the first dozen shows or so, and I intended to use him as a heel. I thought he had a ton of potential, but I couldn't pay him as much as he was making welding without having to drive 500 miles to Knoxville. They were doomed from the start because of and I've told the story. I'm at home in Connecticut, actually in my house. I'm no longer on the creative team and am not pitching anything for me to be on television or involved with anybody. And Vince McMahon calls me on the phone and says, "Hey, we're thinking about putting a new Midnight Express together with Bart Gunn and Bob Holly." And I'm humming. Well, what do you think? Well, and I told him, I said, I'd like to check with Bobby Eaton and asked him and see if he minds. And of course he didn't. But, I was trying not to be Jim Cornette. I was trying to be helpful and team oriented, right? I said, all right. Because it did give Bart and Bob, who they weren't using, a chance to get on the cards. And I was a fan of Bart and Billy as a team, the Smoking Guns. They were a real good babyface team. And I just, they were doomed by the gimmick. It was preposterous. It wasn't going to fucking work. And it was, as we've talked about in retrospect, it was Russo over there in McMahon's ear going, well, he always wants to bring all these old time wrestlers back. So they were putting me out there so it would look bad. But we did the best we could with it. And I was able, then when Bart and Bob were opponents in the first round of the Brawl for All, when I saw that Monday on Raw, and when I went to the production meeting, I went to JR. I'd just been in Atlantic City the night before where we jerked the curtain opening match and did a job against whoever the fuck. And I said, here, my guys are now fighting with each other. This is a good time for me to retire as a manager again. And they would have been, if you'd have come up with another gimmick for them, they could have been an accomplished tag team because they were good workers. I don't know if that was the spot where either one of them should have finished the rest of their careers in as a tag team. No, but they would have been a lot better under any other nom de plume.